On today's episode of Photo Kitchen, I throw myself to the mercy, nay, the throne of small flash, and I beg for forgiveness. Hello, and welcome to episode number 14 of Photo Kitchen. I'm your humble host, MD Welch, and today we're talking small flash. Actually, I'm issuing an apology, a retraction, a mea culpa to the world of small flash. See, I've been telling people for a very long time that I really don't think that this is a good, solid investment anymore for photographers. I think, or at least I thought, there are better solutions and better ways to invest your money. And I'm here to say that I was wrong. And this has been a recent revelation in my life. I'm gonna tell you a little bit what's happened, what's gone on, and what I'm doing now, and why I think you should take a look at it. Now, first of all, these little small flashes, hot shoe flashes, speedlights, they have a lot of different names. These were all the rage just a few years ago. You had strobes, which was really showing the world what you could do. You had Joe McNally almost reinventing digital photography with these little small lights. They were compact, they were lightweight, and you could do a lot with these little lights. Plus, back just a few years ago, the concept of having a battery-powered strobe that was affordable, really, this was it. Sure, you had the Profoto 7B, 1200 watt seconds. You had the Ellen Ranger, also 1200 watt seconds, but those were big, heavy power packs with heads. They were very expensive and also really heavy. Fun fact, the batteries in those things were actually motorcycle batteries. So for a lot of photographers, myself included, this was the best way to do portable strobe or flash lighting on location if you wanted to do anything without a cable or power cord. The problem is that these little lights, while being lightweight, small, and compact, they're not very powerful. You usually need more than one to actually get any serious power out of them. And my least favorite part of them is they're hard to modify. Sure, you can get 2 or 3 of these on a light stand. I know that I've done that before, this lighting tree, if you will, but it just didn't look very professional. You'd show up to set, commercial shoot or something like that, and you had this unwieldy, gangly light tree going on, cables coming off to external battery packs. It just didn't give maybe an art director or a creative director the best faith in your work. So there was a lot of little problems with these little flashes, but we dealt with it. We accepted it because it was really the only way to work remotely. Now, a lot has changed, and for me and for the world, there's been just a radical shift almost away from these small flashes. Sure, there's a lot of photographers who still use them, but it's not as big of a deal as it was, again, about 5-10 years ago. So first of all, for me, I switched from Canon to Sony. At the time I was shooting Canon, I had 4 Canon 600 EX speedlights. They were great, they were radio controlled, and I made a lot of images that I'm still very happy with. But again, it was a lot to carry around, and even though I could jam everything into one case, it was a lot of weight. It was a lot of money too. They were $600 a piece. You had external battery packs. It was a lot to work with. But when I left Canon and went to Sony, Sony didn't really have, or doesn't really have, a good speedlight technology. Honestly, I love Sony technology. I love their lenses. I love their video cameras. I love their still cameras. But I think that something had to give, and their devotion to speed lighting or small flash or hot shoe flashes just really isn't there. And I can't honestly blame them now because there's so many third-party manufacturers, it's probably not worth the R&D time to really work with it. So from going from Canon to Sony, I lost these small little flashes. Also, at kind of that same time, I switched over to Profoto, specifically the Profoto B1. This came out right around the same time, and you had essentially a studio monolight with a battery pack on it. So you didn't have to worry about all these AA batteries, worrying about charging them dying, 1 out of 4 causing you issues inside of a light. You also had a very powerful flash. You had 500 watt seconds here. The proprietary battery packs, sure, they were expensive and are expensive, but they lasted a very long time. And the best part about it was all of your traditional studio modifiers fit on these lights. And shortly after that, a lot of other companies came out with battery-powered monolights, and they are fantastic. So those 2 elements really pulled me away from small flash, and I really haven't looked back because I needed to get clean, ladies and gentlemen. I needed to walk away from this addiction of small flash after small flash. I wanted to be civilized, as it were. I thought I was being a little bit more productive with my lighting. And I thought I was okay. I really did. But a few things have led me back down this weird, twisty road of small flash. The first being this. This is my Profoto A1 series speedlight. Now, even though that I have left the world of small flash, or at least I thought that I did, this little light started to win me back over. Now, one problem or one great thing about this is this allowed me to work with my Profoto system and have a speed light. I didn't have any good speed lights. This is a small little third-party, I think this is Nissan, that I bought trying to fill the gap. So I had an on-camera flash for my event work. It wasn't really very good, very underpowered, and then Profoto made this light and solved all my problems. Proprietary battery technology again, but again, just like with the B1, lasts a lot longer and is easier to manage. And the best of all is that you have a little battery counter on the back that tells you exactly how much battery life that you have going on. So very powerful. And I thought, surely this is not going to lead me down the path of small flash. That seductive voice, that luring me back in, come back to us, MD. No, I didn't think so. I mean, it was just one flash. I mean, it couldn't really result in anything bigger than that. I was just using it on camera for event work. Now, before I get too deep in this video, this very Profoto part of this video, I want to stress that Profoto is not giving me any money or any equipment for this video. I bought everything that you see here, but I have done jobs where I've been on Profoto sets and received money because it's been a Profoto job. I have also put on workshops where Profoto has been so gracious to donate equipment to those workshops, so we had lighting gear. So I do have a little bit of a relationship with Profoto, but in no way, shape, or form do they know anything about this video. So I don't want anybody thinking, oh, of course you're talking about this. They gave you all that gear. They have not. I have the credit card receipts and the debt to prove it. The problem with this flash is it's lightweight, it's easy to manage, and it's with me at all times. Now, also with me at all times is my Profoto triggers. I compartmentalize my gear. So all my camera gear and everything that kind of attaches to it is in one case. Lenses, batteries, strobe or on-camera flash, and triggers. So that meant all that I really needed to make remote or off-camera flash was a light stand, and I can't believe I'm saying this, an umbrella adapter. I never thought I'd say umbrella adapter on camera, but I'm back to saying the words umbrella adapter. And now I could go out remotely, make some nice looking light with this very nice flash. And the Profoto system's really nice. They use a little magnetic attachment here. So I have a nice little dome diffuser. There's some other things that they have. They have grids. They have little plastic gel assemblies. They even have a Fresnel attachment for these lenses. There's a lot of technology here. It's kind of like MagMod, and MagMod was first. Let's give credit where credit is due. But it allowed me to have a few options to create some pretty light. And I thought, okay, that's it. I mean, that's sensible, right? I mean, I don't have to go full tilt back into the world of small flash. Surely one is enough. A light stand and an umbrella. Nobody's going to talk, right? Nobody's going to really say anything. I'll be okay. And then, like many other bad decisions in life, I went to Las Vegas. And in going to Las Vegas, I was assisting Joe McNally. And of course, Joe McNally is the godfather of small flash. I can't think of a photographer more influential in the world of these small speed lights than Joe McNally. He's really showed the world what could be done with them. And while maybe the world's walked away from this technology, Joe has not. He's still using small flash in studio shoots, on location, supplementing big flash, using them exclusively. And it was really eye-opening to see him work. Maybe eye-opening is not the right word. It was seductive. It was showing me that there's still a possibility here. Now, again, what are my problems with small flash? Not very powerful, very difficult to modify. Now, in the case of working with Joe, he was working with Profoto as well. And the first beginning or downfall of me in this is that he was working with the Clic system, and that's what Profoto calls this. It's magnetic, it attaches to everything, it's nice and neat, and he was working with specifically these Clic soft boxes. And I bought one immediately because, let's face it, I think we could agree, especially by the end of this video, I have a problem. So this is the Clic softbox. I think it's a 20-inch. It's the smallest one that they make because I wanted to give it a shot. Now, I saw him pull this out. The softbox opens up, has a little hinge on the back here, two little pins. It'll collapse down. It'll pop back open. There we go. My hands get free of it. And then you take your speed light, and there you go. Put it on a light stand, under a minute, you have nice lighting. And this is a really nice light source. There's an internal baffle as well as an external baffle, and they even make a grid for it. And believe it or not, the grid, the softbox, the speed handle, or I mean the umbrella adapter, it's on here. It has this nice little ratcheting end. Even though that I'm not a big fan of the actual Profoto modifiers themselves, Profoto has really won me over with this Clic softbox. Not to mention that you could take this down and you could actually put a gel, a magnetic gel, the Clic system inside of here and gel your light or gel it off of the light itself. And again, this is a very wonderful system, and it's not ugly. It doesn't look like a bunch of baling wire and L brackets and Legos holding this together. We've seen those small flash contraptions. This is nice and neat. This is engineered to work together, and it's easy to go on a light stand. Kudos to Profoto for thinking of this. These lights, the minute you pull this light off of a camera, the minute that you don't need tilt or twist or tilt on camera, all of those features go away. The minute that it's on here, the only thing that really does is if you want to somehow change the balance of it or something like that, you need to turn the screen so you could see the power. That maybe is it. But really, the ergonomics of these lights doesn't make any sense once you put them on the back of a Clic softbox, or any softbox for that matter. So I saw Joe McNally working with this, and this is the Profoto A2. So the A1 is the speed light. They have a few different ones, A1, A1X. I think there was even an A10 out there. They've kind of simplified the line. I think there's a Bluetooth version and a non-Bluetooth version. Get the Bluetooth version because you could actually fire it with your cell phones, which is good for BTS. And also if you forget your camera, but you have lighting on you, it's fantastic. So this is the A2, which is Bluetooth only. Now, this is 70 watt seconds. This is 100 watt seconds. So about 2/3 of a stop more light. It operates just as well as the actual A1. In fact, maybe a little bit better. It has a little bit of a brighter light going on for modeling light there as well. Uses the same battery system as the A1. So if you already have a speed light, you now also have extra batteries for this. So that's a nice feature as well. And even better, or the best feature, is that when it goes on the back of here, you don't have anything hanging down. It looks just like a little mini B1 or a B10 from Profoto. Now, I know that Profoto is not the first company to do a straight looking small flash. I've seen Godox, or Godot, as I heard somebody say the other day, do something similar to this. But I'm in the Profoto system, so this works out really well for me. And again, these little flashes, I mean, this can fire my flashes when it's on camera. It can also be part of it. This can be part of the system as well. It doesn't need to be just a small little flash. It could be on studio. Again, I saw Joe McNally work with these small flashes, both big and small, and it's very versatile. So this has revolutionized my location work as well. I don't have to cart away. I mean, the problem with the B1 is it's heavy. Even if you're just taking one, you probably need a case for it. You need a heavier stand. You need a heavier light modifier, or at least a bigger light modifier, bigger sandbag. This is a commitment, especially if you're going out by yourself. If you have a crew or something like that, yeah, I'm going to take the big lights. Nobody's going to just take small flash if they have a crew of people to haul it around. But if it's just yourself, this goes into my backpack really nice. I have room, so I have room for this. This folds down, obviously, as you've seen, it fits into this little case. That goes, straps onto my backpack, and I take a light stand, and I'm good to go. I have a nice, small little system for crafting light on location. I'm not breaking my back as I'm going out. And again, I have something that works well with my studio flash. So I was really wrong about small flash. I just had to wait for some companies to catch up. And I'm glad some companies have caught up, because we as photographers still need small flash. If you are a location photographer, you absolutely need this. Event, wedding photographers, oh my goodness, this is such a great little system. And of course, because nothing stays proprietary for any length of time anymore, I am sure we're going to see a lot of little systems like this. I've already seen Aperture with their LED lighting have the hinge system like this. So we already know that that's out there. I don't even know if Profoto was the inventor of that, but we're already starting to see that out there. I'm sure we're going to see other systems. Magmod already has a really nice softbox that way. So it's definitely shown that small flash has a place in the world of photography. So I was wrong, and I want to say that I'm sorry. I really am. And Joe McNally, I was perfectly happy with the big flashes, but look what you've done. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe. Obviously, I need as much help as I can get because I have a definite problem. I need to go to gear meetings. And until next time, I'm MD Welch, wishing you all the best from the Photo Kitchen.